Welcome back, everyone. Dr. Eve again, and we are here with another herb that we are potting into a container. This herb is bay leaf. I know many of you who do cook, or if you know anything about spaghetti or sauces and things, bay leaves are common for that. But it's also a medicinal herb. Now, what I am doing in this container series is letting you know what you are able to pot up, what can live in a container, almost anything, right? And but also what are the care methods for these plants. It's very, very important. So this bay leaf, which has been sitting in my greenhouse, I had to literally take the tops off of it because the leaves were wilted. And now I know why. Because number one, the bay leaf, this is a sweet bay leaf, sweet laurel bay leaf. It loves full sun to partial shade. So that's full sun to partial shade. It loves well draining soil. It requires moderate watering. But if you look at this, it was sitting in water. So it is heavily watered right now, which could explain that why it has these spots on the leaves and things, because it can cause root rot. So this plant cannot take a lot of water. It wants moderate water, require moderate watering. You want to, again, like the sage, allow 1 inch of soil to dry between waterings and feed it. You want to feed it monthly with a balanced fertilizer during the spring and the summer. You can put this information on a schedule so that you'll know, what you or how to care for this plant. Now, these plants are hardy in zones 8 to 10. I'm in between 7B and 8. I have not been able to successfully maintain it outside. Didn't know that it was not cold hardy. I had it outside at one time. I had a bay leaf in the yard, in one of my beds, and I did not know that it could not sustain cold weather. So it needs to say it did not make it. But you can, if it's in a container, you can move it inside. But some of the things you need to think about, though, when you are caring for it, is its water, we talked about, its soil and pot type, which is good to have it in a pot because you can move it inside if you don't live in the proper zone, right? Pruning it, trim in late winter, which is late winter, early spring to maintain shape or size. I'm just going to cut this back. It even looks like it might have some powdery mildew, and that's probably because it's overwatered. When do you harvest this? Leaves can be harvested year round, no particular time. They are most pungent when used fresh. So while you can dry this, it's better to use them when they are fresh. Okay, so we again are going to be up potting it. Some common issues for this plant is you want to watch it for indoors because scale insects might might attack it. So you want to watch for that and watch the overwatering, which causes root rot, which we talked about already. Ensure containers have good drainage. And so I'm putting in a pot that's well drained. It has well drains at the bottom. I'm using all of these nice black used pots that I've had sitting around in my garden to plant up some of these herbs. We're going to take her out of this pot. She is not new to, look at that water coming out of there. She is definitely overwatered, but her roots is all the way at the bottom. So she has some very established roots, right? Very established roots. And y'all, they are too expensive to be, to unaliven. $6.99. We want to take care of our plants so that they are thriving. We're not just out here buying plants or planting seeds, and our plants we aren't giving them what they actually need. This is heavy on the roots, heavy on the root system. So I'm gonna take this one out of this pot and just kind of shake off some of the roots out here because it has a lot of them. It's a heavy root. Wow, it's got a lot of roots, but they're hard to disturb. I like this plant. I love it. Let me show y'all how beautifully the soil came off of there. Look at this. This is the tree. Do y'all see how easily the soil, it did not like all that water. I mean, it was literally drinking so much water. But I am going to cut back the roots because we're putting her in a new pot, and we're going to cut them back. We're going to cut back her roots. And put her in a new pot. And let her roots do what they're going to do in some new soil, okay? We're going to mix this soil up a little bit because it did have some, it was very wet. So we're going to mix that in with the soil that we have. And then we're going to put her in her new home. I hope you all are enjoying this series of potting up in containers and how you can begin a garden right inside at your home, right inside of a container. So we're going to get them those roots nice and deep, and we're going to give this tree, because they turn into trees, literally a new start. I'm going to give her a new start. I love that for us, learning about them. You know, it's so important to know your plants. And bay leaves are amazing. You can use them for cooking, and they're also medicinal, like I shared with you earlier. All right, so I see they said to trim it back, so I do see some leaves that are spotted, so we're gonna take those leaves off because why? We're in a new environment. Give her the best chance to win. Some of the leaves are curled up, but I'm gonna cut off this mildewy one down here because that will spread. We're gonna cut that off, trim her back, and see what happens. We got another one down here. All right, and there she is. So that's what's left. She has well-drained soil because we put the perlite in there, and we are going to give her some sun part shade. It says sun part shade, so I'm not really sure. I'm going to give her sun, but also a place where she'll get shade as well, just by mere position. So, all right, I'm excited. She's nice and green. And thank you. So we have another one on the record, our bay leaf. We're excited about it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember, listen to the voices of those you care for, basic needs. You're taking care of basic needs. If you are an agency, community health, community wellness, food pantry, church, any of these agencies that are looking for vying for the well-being of your members, be sure and listen to them. They want to know. They want to know how they can build longevity in their lives and not have to be dependent on systems forever. So we thank you for the work that you are doing, and let us work together to hear their voices and get them what they need. This is Dr. Eve, your local researcher and founder of Living Well is a Lifestyle framework and National Coalition of Black Women Rising. Excited to be here with you. So until next time, have the most amazing day, and whatever you do, don't let anyone get in the way on your journey to becoming who you're called to become. Bye for now.